YouTube, what is going on? We are back with Husky Reacts, and this time I randomly looking around and suddenly, oh look, there's something on the old Twitter machine. It's a new Apex story. Let's see what we got going on. Okay, so it's Conduit. Making up some breakfast, some meals. Dialing.
Ate, kumusta ka? It's late. Sorry po. I thought everyone would still be up.
Aww.
I can call back another time. Oh, okay. Did you see today's game? We won!
Oh, I did.
I downed 7 people! My team ran the turtle. Pretty impressive, diba?
Ran the
You're
turtle?
always impressive. Rowena, eventually we need to talk about it.
Oh.
Siempre. But first, have you eaten?
Of course I've eaten. I talked to Miss Lastimosa. I know everything. Even the things you kept from me. It isn't just a Titan battery. I know it's hurting you every time you use your abilities. Yes, I listened to your podcast. I know why your veins glow, and that the damage is lasting.
Oh.
It's that monarch. You need to quit.
Miss Lynn told you everything. The pain is manageable. Tiny.
The family only cheers for you because they don't know what's really going on. I do.
I cheered for you and Dad, and
I know you're doing this because I fell asleep at
what
work.
I'm doing
but
isn't
I can
different from what
handle
any of you
myself.
did. You were crushed under that machine, Ate.
Oh.
Roro, what's wrong? Something's wrong.
Nothing. Everything's fine. Everything's great.
Roro, have you eaten?
I have.
Whoa.
Shut up. So much food. It's just that there's too much food. Every time. And I don't know what to do with it. Because you're all not here. Octane eats a lot of it, but he blends it into these shakes. That's not
Why
to
does
say he
she-
isn't nice. He is nice. Everyone is nice. Very nice. Pero there's no one to talk to. Everyone else is friends. It's hard to join. I feel like an imposter.
Okay.
That sounded bad. I should let you go out there.
No.
Can you tell everyone I miss them?
Mama, yeah. Don't hang up. I'll stay.
What's happening?
Gibraltar seems nice. Speaking Tagalog, ba? Horizon invited you out? In your first game. Triple kill. Then, this one your team did turtles?
They're just being nice.
I think they want to be your friends, Roro.
I really love it here. But I didn't think this part would be this hard. Sorry. You wanted to talk about the battery.
Shh. We'll talk about all of that another day. I should tell you about the neighbors. You will not believe what I saw their dog playing with. Ay, grabe naman.
Interesting. Okay, I wasn't sure what to really expect from this. To be genuinely honest, I was not sure what to expect from this. So she's talking with her, I'm assuming that's her mom, right? And from the looks of it, we're going to watch again. From the looks of it, it looks like we are, like, in her apartment. I mean, we got the Outlands moving co, right? We got her suit up here in the glass thing. So I'm assuming that this is, like, probably one of their, like, main, like, bases, right? Like, that sort of thing. I don't know if bases is the right word. But one of the main areas that, like, they all live in, sort of thing. Is, like, we know that Mirage and Rampart kind of live together, right? So I'm wondering if it's something like that was like an apartment thing. But it's very interesting seeing all the food that she cooked. But she doesn't look good herself.
You're always impressed.
Team ran the...
You're always impressed. I talked to Miss Leslie from me. Every time you use your abilities. Yes, I listened to your podcast. I know why your veins glow.
Which we knew this, but there was one part here that
monarch. You need to quit.
Miss Lynn told you everything.
Where is it?
The pain is manageable. Tiny.
The family only cheers for you because they don't know what's really going on.
Where is it?
I cheered for you and Dad, and
I know you're doing this because I fell asleep at work.
what I'm doing isn't different from what any of you did.
Where is it? Hold a second. Oh, it isn't just a Titan battery.
A Titan battery. I know it's hurting.
I cheered. We're crushed. It's fine. Everything.
Bro.
Mess it up. So much.
Like this here, she doesn't look like, it looks like she's almost like, because of course, so she touched the Titan battery and that's how she has her abilities. But as you can see in like some of the different trailers and stuff, like she has the thing on her arm that shows like a kind of like how much radiation she's taking, right? And it's kind of slowly killing her, sort of thing. This is the first time, if I could be wrong here, this is the first time that we're seeing her in this art style, right? Apex has like 3 or 4 different art styles. I feel like this is the first time we've seen her in this art style specifically since the introduction or, somewhere. But like this is one of the first times. And she doesn't look well like in the face even, right? Her face looks smaller. It looks withered almost, right? Like she's not eating. That's why there's all this food here, and she's just not eating, And if you can see in the background here, she has this massive family. So of course she's so used to cooking massive meals. So now she's cooking all of this food, and I think that she's like slowly dying. Right? We all know that that's part of the lore, but this specifically kind of pushes it a little bit further in that direction of that's what's happening, right? Her saying that Octane eats some of the food is nice because, hey, at least Octane's eating some of it, There's not, it's just there's too much food every time, right? It's one of those things where it's like, it was tough a little bit watching this because it was one of those things where I kind of connected with it because she went from being a person who watched the games, enjoyed the games, was such a fan of the games, to then being in the games. And now she doesn't feel like anyone wants to be friends. She doesn't feel right. She feels like an imposter almost. And when I went from college back home here, I then started coaching back with my old coaches that coached me in high school. And when I started doing that, I felt like an outcast. I felt like an imposter. Like I had no real friends there on the staff, like that sort of thing. So I feel wholeheartedly with that, right? And especially being, big family guy, having family with you is, without you is a tough thing, man. It's a tough thing. So this was a really interesting look into Conduit in the games. And it's interesting that they're putting this out right now, right? Because so many people dislike the character. Not because of her herself, but because of the abilities and the way they play in the game and how overpowered they can be at points. And that's the reason why people just genuinely dislike her. So it's interesting that they're putting this out right now while kind of the outcry against her is so high. I think that's an interesting thing because it's almost like it's mirroring what's happening in real life, right? Like, the people don't like her. Nobody likes her. Nobody wants to be, play her. All of these things, right? And then we're getting this cinematic where, like, she doesn't feel like she has friends here. She loves it here, but she doesn't feel like she has friends. She feels like an imposter. She feels like she shouldn't be here, right? And then, like, the final scene there, like, right here, this kind of, it's like, mom just kind of doing her best to do mom things and be like, hey, I love you, like, tell me more about all the things that you've done. And her immediately being like, yeah, crying. Like, I'm okay. Everything's fine. There's no need to worry. To then, her on the couch just talking with mom, probably going to fall asleep in this, right here. Loot chips. That's funny. I wonder who gave her the roses. But yeah, this is a very interesting look into Conduit, right? And like I said, kind of, I felt a little bit heartbroken here. I felt a little bit heartbroken here, man. Like, it was, this was kind of a little bit of a tough one to watch. I feel kind of bad for Conduit a little bit now. I'm not even gonna lie. But these are cool. The thing that sucks is these are on Twitter. That's the thing that sucks most about these. They're just on Twitter randomly. So, yeah. But let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like Conduit? Do you not like Conduit? Do you like this backstory kind of thing? Or, you know, do you not really care? Let me know down in the comments down below, right? And as always, depending on where you are, morning, afternoon, even night, stay out, trouble, stay safe, and we'll talk to y'all later. Bye. So George isn't here because he's sleeping. It's dark here. He's sleeping. He's getting himself some sleep. Right? He's been a bit active Nessie recently, right? So he's getting himself some sleeps.